You know, we all think that one brilliant engineer can change the world. But what if I told you that Google figured out the secret to making an entire team of engineers completely unstoppable? Seriously, forget about individual genius for a second. We're about to dive into the formula that Google spent years and probably millions of dollars to figure out. Right? It's the big question. It's what every tech leader is probably losing sleep over. Do you just hire the most experienced coders you can find, poach all the talent from the top schools, or is there some hidden ingredient that has nothing to do with the resume at all? And look, we're not just guessing here. Our guide for this is Addy Osmani's Leading Effective Engineering Teams, which is just packed with insights from his decade working inside Google. So let's get into the findings that could honestly change how you build and lead your team. Okay, so Google, being Google, didn't just brainstorm this over lattes. Nope, they treated it like a massive engineering problem. They launched this huge internal study because they were determined to find a real, data-driven answer to what makes a team click. They even gave it a cool name, Project Aristotle. You know, because of that old saying, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. They dug into the data on 180 different teams, just hunting for that secret sauce that separates the good teams from the truly exceptional ones. And here's the bombshell. After all that analysis, the big reveal was it wasn't about who was on the team. It was about how the team worked together. Turns out, you can have a roster of all-stars and still completely fail if the team dynamics are off. And that discovery led them straight to the single most important factor, the absolute foundation that every single great team is built on. So, Google's research boiled everything down to 5 key dynamics. And the best way to picture this is like a pyramid. You have to build a solid base before you can even think about getting to the top. And at the very bottom of that pyramid, the one non-negotiable thing holding it all up is psychological safety. So what does psychological safety actually mean? Well, it's that gut feeling that you can take a risk without getting shut down. It means you can ask that stupid question that, let's be honest, everyone else is thinking. It's admitting you messed up without being terrified you'll get fired. If you don't have that, there's no way your team will ever innovate. Once you have that safety net, everything else just clicks into place. You get dependability because people actually trust each other. Then you can have structure and clarity since clear goals work way better in an open environment. And at the very top, you finally get meaning and impact, that amazing feeling that your work actually matters. But remember, it all starts with safety.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually create psychological safety? Well, the answer lies with the manager, and it means we have to completely rethink what leadership even is.
See, the modern manager isn't some director just barking orders from on high. They're a servant leader. Their main job is to serve the team, to clear the path for them, and to get rid of any obstacles so the team can do their absolute best work. You're there to carry water and chop wood. A really powerful way to think about this is that the manager acts as a shield. You protect the team from all the corporate chaos, the pointless meetings, the shifting priorities. You're there to block all those distraction asteroids so the team can stay laser-focused on the mission. And this brings up a really crucial point, the difference between speed and velocity. See, any team can move fast, just burning through tasks that don't really matter. That's speed. But velocity? Velocity is moving fast in the right direction. And a manager's job as that shield is to provide the direction, to make sure all that energy is actually pointed at what counts. This whole mindset totally changes how you even start to build a team, right from the very first person you hire. You know, the old way was to hire for culture fit, which, let's be real, often just meant hiring people who are exactly like you. That's a recipe for groupthink and stagnation. The new, much more effective way is to hire for culture add. You actively look for people who bring new perspectives, different experiences, and unique ways of solving problems. That's how a team actually innovates and gets stronger. So as we wrap this up, it really all boils down to this one question. A question you should ask yourself. Is your job to command and control your team, or is it to protect and empower them? Because your answer to that changes everything. If you want more insights like this, broken down so you can actually use them to build a team that loves you, make sure to subscribe to Lazy Reader. We do the reading so you can do the leading.